This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're very pleased to be joined today by Job Volwater, the CEO of Job, here to discuss his naval architect and marine engineering firm's work on GLDD's new hopper dredge, Galveston Island. Job, to start us off, I'm sure most watching know the Job's name, but why don't you just give us an update? A by the numbers look at your company using the metrics of your choice.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, I'm Job Volwater, indeed. And we founded Job Naval Architects back in 2007, together also with Bas-Jan Faber, who you also know. And we started working with just the three of us 16 years ago. And nowadays we employ well over 100 people, engineers, designers, but also software developers to bring the best of naval architectural knowledge into our clients. And our aim is and was at that time to be one of the largest independent design firms to give independent support to ship owners and shipyards. And
we take a deep dive into GLD's new hopper dredge Galveston Island in the March 2023 edition of Maritime Reporter. Can you give us an overview of Job's contribution to the project?
So we teamed up with GLDD back in 2019 it was. And we started off with a feasibility study just to develop and to find out the exact thing that GLDD needed for their new hopper dredge. And when we had that all clear, then we started off with a conceptual design, creating the tender documents. And while GLDD was tendering their design within the United States for building, in parallel, we continued with doing the basic design. And that led to the class approved documents for ABS. And then when the shipyard was appointed, then we were giving support to both the shipyard and GLDD. And we also did a part of functional design. And that was the design where we created out of this basic design approved package, all the information for detailed design, and that was then taken over by the shipyard. So we've been involved really closely and deeply within the design, and we really teamed up together with GLDD, as we always say, shoulder to shoulder, to get the best what they wanted.
But what do you consider to be the key technical highlights of this hopper dredge that are designed to make it more efficient, effective, or environmentally friendly?
Yeah. As an independent designer, it's always key to design something that is really suiting and needed for the customer's desire. So to give them the best tools in hand to do what they do. With GLDD, we were working on a vessel that had to have a very low resistance in all sailing conditions. So we focused on one end really on the resistance and used a lot of CFD calculations to validate that. And on the other hand, we've been able to make a very good and interesting light ship weight versus dead weight ratio. That means that a lighter vessel can take on more payload. And that's been very interesting for GLDD. And also we've been focusing on the fact to build it in a US shipyard. And it worked out really well.
You know, I followed the Job story for many years, and I believe that a vibrant dredge market in the US was an impetus for your expansion here. How do you view the US market today? Where do you see opportunity?
Indeed, it was before COVID when we really opened our own business in Texas, close to Houston, and we decided it was a moment to jump in. Of course, we've then seen that the dredge market is very interesting, and we are doing a lot of support within the dredging market, all nationwide in the United States. What we also focus on in the United States is the wind offshore market. So, as an example, the wind installation vessel of DAMI's Orion, that will be working within the United States waters, is also a design that we have co-created and created for DAMI and with DAMI. And that's now operating in your waters. We can do all the support for owners, shipyards, and it can be from new build, but also refitting of vessels. And that is a huge demand within the United States. And that's why we are located there.
Okay, well, again, I appreciate your time. Great to catch up, and I look forward to working with you and your team in the future.
Thank you very much, Greg. See you later.